When you consider Hashem as a father, as a mother, He will be next to you.
With the permission of Hashem, the Baal Habayit, Raoul Saban, Baal Habayit, the president of the community, César, his father, Shihyeh, the Shiur, with the Nishmat,
Naomi
Alicia, Bat Gracia, ונשמת מנחם מנדל בן חנה, שנשמתם בגן עדן, ונשמת מנסי בת איטל, שנשמתם בגן עדן, ונשמת אברהם פרידה. טלפונים.
Por favor, los teléfonos apagamos todos.
Margot Ben Salha.
ולנשמת מרגו
Ben Salha.
בן סלחה.
בת סלחה.
מרגו בת סלחה. רבותיי, today there is a big event today. There is a Brit Milah of the son of Leo Saban. Leo Saban, I know him now for over 22, 23 years. And I know him when he was a baby. I know him when he went to Spain, he went to university. And I know him when he came back and he meets his future wife. And Baruch Hashem, I heard a lot that he will get married, a lot. I pushed the wife, I pushed him, and Baruch Hashem, today is a father. And Baruch Hashem, today is a father, and today is the Brit Milah of his son. So it's a big simcha today. But he asked me a question. He asked me a nice question. He asked me why we give the name of this parasha the name of Korah. Korah was a Rasha. Why he has this zichut that we give him a parasha and his name? It's a good question. Yeah. Well, why this parasha, the name of this parasha is Korah? I mean, and now I want to tell him more. I want to do a question even more. You know, when Korah was swallowed by the earth opened, and Korah, boom! And Korah lost everything. Even if Caesar, he had a pen or a paper from Korah, that pen or that paper, he fell down from his pocket, and the earth opened her mouth and it swallowed it. Nothing was left from Korah. No zecher, no souvenir. No souvenir. Even nothing. So the name of Korah will not be mentioned. That you will not see that this is belong to Korah. So the question is even more. So all what Korah had, it was swollen by the earth, but his name remained. There is a parasha of Korah. So what we will? On one hand, all the belonging of Korah was lost. On the other hand, his name remained. So like Hitler in Mahshemut. There is no Hitler. What belonged to Hitler is gone. But still, his name is still. We talk about him. I mean, I don't know. So the question is, why we give this parasha? It's parasha of mahloket. It's parasha of war. It's a parasha where Korah was a bad man. He was bad to Moshe. He was bad to Aaron. He was bad to Hashem. He was bad to the Torah. So why we give him this name? The other hand, on one hand, all his belonging was disappeared, nothing left. On the other hand, his name remained. So how can we explain this? Rabotai, you must know something. Today, it's a big day for the Brit Milah. He told me, having been the father of the future baby, he told me, I'm excited. He said, because I was excited when I got married, and now it's the baby, the Brit Milah, I'm excited. You see, a Brit Milah, it's a mitzvah. It's a mitzvah, it's the first baby. I mean, you cannot imagine, you know, להכניסו בבריתו של אברהם אבינו. Can you imagine when you have a Brit Milah, especially when the first baby, I remember when I had the first baby, I didn't believe it. Really, I am a father? I was thinking, I am a father. Yes, you're a father. I'm going to be a father. Yes, you're going to be. But the most important is, it's not to be a father, it's the mitzvah. להכניסו בבריתו של אברהם. The mitzvah that from now on, this baby is going to be a Jew. He's not, he's a Jewish. His father is going to be, he's going to follow the steps of Abraham, Yitzhak, Yaakov. I mean, to be a father, everyone is a father. Even the animals can be a father. Everyone can be a father. But the most important is a real father, a Jewish father. A future Jewish father. This baby is going to be one day a Jewish father, and this is the most important. This is that's what remains. What remains is always the good things that a person do. I think, my friend, the Torah wants to teach us something. The Torah wants to teach us that we should never forget not to fight a Rav, not to be against a Jewish leader. And that's why, on one hand, the Torah gives a name of Korah. Korah was the first Jew, the first man to fight Moshe Rabbeinu, person to person. I mean, he did not fight for a reason. He fight only for glory. Because Korah, he wanted to be something. I mean, understand, there's a competition. You are a rabbi, I am a rabbi, so, but I am not allowed to compete with you. To be a rabbi, we are not allowed to compete. I mean, in business you can compete. I mean, on business, I don't know. But rabbis, or big rabbis, they should be an example for the Jewish people. We should look at them as example. We must do like them. But when they fight together, so I have nothing to learn from who I'm going to learn. The only way I can learn something, I will learn. Always, why we have pictures of rabbis in the house? Why? Why in every Jew? Because we learn from them to be like them. Never. At least to be something like them. Why not? Everyone wants to be rich. Ambition. People have ambition to be rich. So I have an ambition to be like him, like Balatanya, like Rabbi Haim Peter. Why not? Why not? I will never be like him, but I want to be like him. So what do I lose? In my home, there is only pictures of tzaddikim. In my office, only pictures of tzaddikim. Why? Because I want to be like them. But I will never be like them. It doesn't mean nothing. One day I saw somebody who was like this, sitting, and he was thinking. He's a poor man. I told him, "Hey Moshe, what you thinking of?" Rabbi David, what you thinking of? No, said laugh. But what you are thinking of? He said, I'm thinking about the story that you told us about Panama, that rich man. So he said, I want to be like him. Now he doesn't know him, and he wants to be like him. He doesn't know him, and he wants to be like him. Why? Ambition. You know, there was a man, there was a woman that she bought an album of pictures, rabbi pictures, for her son, and she told him, my son, his name is Mordechai, Rabbi Mordechai Gafner alav hashalom. Hey Mordechai, I want to give you this album and fill it of pictures of tzaddikim. And you know, every time he go to shop, he buy a picture of a tzaddik and he puts it in the album. One day he came to his mother, Mama, the album is full. All the pictures I bought, all the money that I had, I bought pictures and they are in the album. Ah, my son, good, very good. Can I see? Yes, Mama. Hey. So the mother, she opened the album, she started to look, and she saw all the album was full of pictures, but in the middle of the album there was an empty space, no picture, empty space. She said, hey, Mordechai, you forgot this place. He said, no, this place is not vacant, it's full already. But it's vacant, there is no picture. No, Mama, when I will grow, I will be a big rabbi, and then people, they will take pictures of me, and then I will take my picture and I will put it there. Ambition. This was his ambition. And eventually, he became one of the biggest tzaddikim in New York, in America. Rabbi Mordechai Gafner alav hashalom. So you see, ambition. My friend, the Torah wants to teach us that we, the Jewish people, we have to learn from tzaddikim, from rabbanim, from Bnei Torah. Why the Talmidim of Rabbi Akiva did die? 24,000 Talmidim died. 24,000 Talmidim, students of Rabbi. Why they die? You know why? Because they did not respect. There was no respect between them. There was no respect between them. And when there is no respect between rabbis, between Bnei Torah, it's the end of the world. So there is nobody from where I can learn. In Morocco, why the Ashkenazim, big rabbis, Ashkenazim rabbis, they agree with, they told me this. They said, there in Morocco, why there were a lot of tzaddikim in Morocco, and why a lot of tzaddikim, because what the Baal Shem Tov, he said, in Morocco, this is not me who said that, the Baal Shem Tov, he said in Morocco, every Jew there, he could be like me. So they asked him why every Jew can be like you. He said because there they have Emunat Hachamim, because there they believe in Hachamim, never fight the rabbis. They believe. There was never a fight in Morocco. One day there was a fight between the Or HaChaim HaKadosh, Rabbi Chaim Ben Attar, and Rabbi Chifa Malka, another tzaddik. There was a war between them about one halacha. This one he said this, and this one he said that. You know what he did, Rabbi Chaim Ben Attar? He left Morocco. He went to Israel. Why he did that? He said, I don't want to fight. But you can fight for halacha. No, I don't want people to see me fighting. He left Morocco. So now, my friend, the first one who had the chutzpah to fight Moshe Rabbeinu was Korah. So, what was his punishment? His punishment that all his belonging disappear. There is never somebody will say this is belong to Korah. Even if you thought that belonged to Korah, it disappeared. But not his name. His name it did not disappear. Why? Because that you will remember anyone who fights a tzaddik, anyone who fights a rabbi, like Korah, his end will be nothing. So that's why his name remained the Torah. This is the only way. That's why the Torah give a parasha of the name of Korah. Why the Torah give a name of a parasha of the name of Korah? That we should remember that we should never do like him. We should, everyone, my friend, listen to this. Everyone who fights a rabbi, he become like Korah, and his end will be disaster. But my friend, before Mashiach will come,
Amen.
we will see a lot of rabbis fighting between them. The Gemara said that. Because the Tzara will be very strong. The Tzara will be so strong, they will push people just to fight for nothing. This is my rabbi more than your rabbi, and the rabbi divided. So you have to be very clever, not to belong of this division, to be the divider. You have to respect. I fight a lot against those who speak Lashon Hara about other people, other rabbis, because who I am. Today in Israel there is fight between this, that. So they came to say me, Rabbi David, can you sign this petition? I said, if I see this petition, that means that I am against the other side, and I'm not against no one. I respect everyone. So they told me, but you have to, you must. I said, no, I'm not Ashkenaz, I'm Sfarad. And with Sfaradim, we respect everybody. We don't have Has v'Shalom. We speak this one, we speak this one, we speak this one, we speak this one. I can't sign this petition. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not Israeli anyway. I'm not French. So what do you want me to say? I don't want you to say. Rabotai, you understand? This is the parasha, and I would like to finish with this. Listen to this. Listen to this. Usually when there is a fight, why there is a fight? Why? Just imagine, just think a little bit. If there is a fight between a man and a woman, why there is a fight? Because the man, he decided because she did this to me, and the other one she said, no, because he did that to me. It's always something, an interest in the middle. Because he wants, she wants, I was right, he would cares who's right, who's wrong. Who cares if I am right or if I'm wrong? Why this fight? To divorce because I am right? So okay, you're right. So you divorce. By divorcing, you are losing. So on one hand, you want to win something, on the other hand, you are losing something. And you lose more than what you win. So why you do that? This is the problem. Korah, he wanted to fight. He think he think he's right. Okay, Korah, let's see. Okay, you're right. But okay, you're right. Beseder, you're right. You have a good argument. You're right. But what you gonna win? You will win what? You will win that you will be a leader, a big leader. Okay, you're a leader. So what was gonna happen? But Hashem will not speak to you. He will always speak to Moshe. So what you win? You understand me or not? On one hand, Korah he want to be in the place of Moshe. Beseder, you will be you will take the leadership from Moshe Rabbeinu. But okay, but Tachlis. When it comes to Tachlis,
Concretamente.
Really?
Concrete.
The reality, concretely. Who Hashem, he will speak to who? To you or to Moshe? To Moshe. So you did not win nothing. So why you do that? My friend, always in a war, the one who wants to win, he is the loser. You understand? I repeat. A person who really wants to win, he is the loser.
He wins his proud.
Because all his problem is he wants to win. I want to win. But think, maybe you're not right. Yes, I'm right. Because you think you're right, you're wrong. You're wrong. That's why we give the parasha the name of Korah. We give the parasha the name of Korah. Why? So we should always remember not to start the way Korah started. Because Korah at the beginning, he started chokhmah. He starts with intelligence. He starts because he thinks he's right. And then, from that step, he went to another step. And then it becomes a civil war, a nuclear war. Everything starts from nothing. And it ends with a big thing. I know a lot of, there was a divorce. One of the divorces that I was with Milad, there was a man who came to home from work, and he saw his wife. She was on the telephone with her mother. So he said nothing. He left his suitcase and his seat. He told her, Magda, I want to eat. And she said, She went like this, few minutes. And she carried her, Magda, I want to eat.
Quiero comer. La comida.
And then she, Marta, I want to eat.
Soy el marido de la esposa y la esposa está hablando.
How it ended up, he just stand up and he went and he pushed her and he left her out of the house. What she did, she went to the police and she put a complaint that her husband hit her. Then when the police came, they went to his mother's house and they took him from the house and they took him to jail for the night. He was shocked. I come home, no respect. I work all day, she don't work, she don't nothing. And instead, I told her 3 times, give me to eat. And then, because I pushed her, she went to say a lie. And then she realized what she did. But when she said sorry, and she says crying, it was too late already. Everything started from nothing. And it ended up big with Korah. It started with nothing. Rabotai, when you start a family, you start with nothing. And then, well, Hashem, you came to the chuppah with nothing, you came alone. Then, when you left the chuppah, you left with your wife, and now Hashem, you have 2 children. So Hashem. And how much can you imagine if Be'ezat Hashem you want that your family will continue only in Derech Hashem? Only in the way of Hashem. When you follow the step of Hashem, Tzniut, Tarat HaMishpacha, Kashrut in the house, and don't be angry, always calm, sablanut, patience, you will win. This is
It's a work.
Moshe Rabbeinu. Why he won Moshe Rabbeinu? Because he was patient. Moshe הקדוש ברוך הוא give you ברכה והצלחה, בריאות, פרנסה טובה, עד שהקדוש ברוך הוא יבטא מעליכם כל גזרות קשות ורעות ויגזור עליכם גזרות טובות, מהקדוש ברוך הוא protect you from עין הרע, פרנסה טובה. And don't forget, because this week it was the first Matzeba that they put the first stone, and the Menachem the first stone, it's a very, it means something. It means that now he, especially, it's a big mitzvah to do a matzeva, because the matzeva is the accomplishment of the house of the person that passed away. This is now he doesn't belong anymore to this world. Now after we do the matzeva on his body, now he belongs to the other world. He belongs now to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. As long as there is no matzeva, so still has something with the earth. Now that he has a matzeva, he becomes very, very special. Lehavdil, the same. As long as a man has no children, he's like nothing. Since he starts to have a child, now he creates his own world, his own olam. So Be'ez Hashem שהקדוש ברוך הוא ייתן לך ברכה והצלחה.
Amen.